Welcome to the WRAL Daily Download. I'm Grace Holland. Police charged a woman with starting a fire at a popular downtown Raleigh bar a week after it was badly burned. WRAL's Aaron Thomas joins us with the latest on this investigation. Aaron, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me, Grace.
So I know you've been following this since it started pretty much. What do we know about the woman arrested and the charges against her?
Yeah, so Raleigh police actually just released some information just briefly before we recorded this podcast. The name of the woman is Eva Torrellas. She's a 59-year-old woman who has a Raleigh address. Took her into custody and charged her with a felony, burning of an unoccupied commercial structure. I think a lot of people were assuming that it would be an arson charge. We're now learning of this particular charge. Also going through some paperwork right now. It says that it indicates that she has prior convictions for arson in New York. So very interesting to see what we're seeing right here in Raleigh, and then just seeing her prior history according to court documents. Okay,
so we are learning a lot about her, and that potentially she may have faced similar charges out of state.
Right.
Do we know when and how this fire started?
So we know that this fire happened a week before this arrest took place. It was after 3 a.m, and a lot of people who were familiar with House of Art likely woke up to find this tragic news. I mean, this place was up in flames. I believe that firefighters were already responding to a different scene that was not far away. So right when they were leaving that scene, they happened to see the front portion of this building in flames, and that's how they were able to get most of it under control. But the front portion of that building was badly destroyed.
Right. And then with that, I remember late last week we got this surveillance video too, which what all did that show us? What light did that shed on this?
Yeah, so I'm just I'm racking my brain right now from what I remember. So it was about a minute-long clip, and you could see a woman, longer hair. It was like a black and white video. She's walking away from a porch, and just within seconds you can see some smoke fill into the surveillance camera footage, and towards the end of that video, you see flames, and then it just abruptly cuts off. So a lot of people are just wondering how that fire started to begin with. Did she throw a cigarette? Was it intentional? But now that we know these charges, we have a little bit more clarity about, what led to the taking of her in custody.
Mm-hmm. And how well known is House of Art here in downtown Raleigh and the community? Yeah,
so I think anybody that's involved in the musical space, the creative art space, it's not far from it's from Moore Square. I do remember seeing them on Instagram quite a bit. I mean, they have some creative DJs that kind of show off their sets. Right around the holidays, they put together a well-known pop-up, and that tends to get a lot of attention. But it really was a place, especially for people of color, to just freely be themselves and just enjoy some live entertainment, enjoy nice drinks. I understand, according to one of our colleagues, she was saying how I guess during the holidays, some of the rooms had different themes. So definitely a place for people, if you enjoy artistic value, that was the place to go.
Right. And I'm sure for folks who did go to that holiday pop-up, quite a shock to see just a couple weeks later this happen.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, and I'll be honest, I remember waking up and that morning and just seeing one of our colleagues doing a live shot, and I'm like, why are you doing a live shot in front of this building, in front of this venue that a lot of people enjoy? And it does have a historical value too, so it's unfortunate just to hear about a locally owned business, the way it kind of went down last Tuesday.
Let's take a quick break right there, and we'll be right back. Aaron, do we know what the next step might be in this investigation? What things they might still, on the police side, need to look into?
Yeah, so, I mean, I think the one thing would be, what was the motive behind this? I mean, I think a lot of, social media, people tend to be, I call it the court of public opinion. People sort of have their own, they rush the judgment, but it's like, until we hear that from investigators, let's all stand down. So we want to exactly find out, why did this happen? How did it happen? Was it indeed an accident? Why was Torrellas allegedly in this location in the first place? Will there be any other charges filed? Were there any other actors that were involved in that overnight burning down of this particular venue? In terms of the community support, it just so happens that this arrest happen on the same night of a benefit concert to, try to help rebuild back House of Art. And that last check of GoFundMe has raised more than $27,000.
Wow, that's quite a response. Have we heard anything from people associated with House of Art, any of the performers who frequent there or even the owners, about how they're reacting to this arrest?
Yeah, so I remember I've been in contact with one of the DJs. DJ Marmar is his name. And so he really talked about, rebuilding back better. And, of course, it's no lie that this definitely was a hit. You walk those grounds now and it's like, what am I looking at? We were just here for the holidays. We were just here a week or two ago, and now we're dealing with this. But I think there's a little bit of hope, especially seeing this many people come together in a time such as this, just to, who knows what the, House of Art 2.0 will look like afterwards.
Yeah, there's definitely some optimism there, and that's good to see. Well, thank you so much, Aaron, and thank you for listening to the WRAL Daily Download. Another great way to get WRAL news is the Morning Briefing newsletter. That's a daily email with triangled news, events, and headlines to help you get ready for the day. Sign up at WRAL.com/newsletter.